Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, May 20th, and welcome back to Everyday Talk 24/7. We're going to finish our series on the functions of language. Remember, language is not a product of human evolution. It's not something we stumbled upon. It's not even a gift from God. More importantly, it's an attribute of God, because God originated language. He's the one who communicates with language. And then he gave that to us as a communicable attribute so that we can converse, discuss, talk to him, hear from him in his word. We must not give that over to cultural development or evolutionary thinking. It came specifically from the hand of God. Adam and Eve, as the first humans, were fully language capable. God made them that way. Remember these 6 functions that we looked at. Language unifies or it separates. It helps us to give information to each other, to share. It gives us the ability for self-talk, to talk to ourselves, and just as importantly, to realize we're also talking to God. As we looked at last time, language yesterday gives us the ability to interpret not only just words, but emotions, if we're patient and follow God's direction. Then the last 2 I'm going to cover tonight. Language gives us the ability to remember, and language causes us to be able to get things done. God calls on us to remember. And yes, we remember moods and actions and events, but those things are given context by language and by the words that we speak. So when Jesus changed the Passover to the Lord's Supper, he said, "Do these things in remembrance of me." And he listed the 2 things. That his body was broken for us, given for us, and that the wine is the blood of the new covenant that Jesus gave for us to redeem us. Language gives us the context for exactly what we should remember and why. And then lastly, language gives us the ability to get things done. Yes, if you know someone quite well, they might be able to raise their eyebrows or look down their nose or something like that, and we get something. But the only way we know for sure how to get something done is if we can speak it. I want you to pick this up and go over there. I want you to love your sister in a way that's not self-serving, but really cares. This is how you do it. We use pleasant words, not just grumpy words, but words that are concerned about honoring God. See, those are specifics. Sometimes I'm guilty of this. Sometimes we can say things like, "Please help out." What do you mean? How do you help? Well, you articulate what it means to help. Give step-by-step directions on what it means to help. That's getting things done. And that's using language effectively to do that. God in his word effectively tells us how to do things, how to listen, how to speak, how to love. Not so much so he can write us up as we're doing the wrong thing, but so he can let us function in the way that he designed the world to function. See, if I function in this world along the way that God made it to function, my life is going to be so much more in sync with God and who he is. But if I try and invent my own way of doing things, what happens? Conflict, disaster. Somebody says, "Why should I do that?" Well, because Jay said so. That doesn't carry much weight. But it's because the word of God says so. Not to punish, not even to reward so much, but to cause us to be in sync and living in honor and reverence and gratitude for our God. Language allows us to do that. We have so much thought. We have been trained to think that we are products of the evolutionary process, that we are products of our culture, and that God's not a part of this. In reality, the reason that I can finish this video, if I do, is because it's God's purpose and plan. If you listen to it, that's God's purpose and plan. We are not random here, but rather, we have the ability to live this life in such a way that can bring honor to our God and will cause us to live in this world the way He has made it to be so that it will go well with us. That's His goal, for things to go well with us, not to slap us on the hand, not to make us better or worse, but to live in a way that's in harmony with the way He designed things, to be in sync, to be in tune with the wonderful mercies of God. Brothers and sisters, this is amazing. This is joy. Don't think language is random. It came to us from the hand of God so that we can live in a world in the way that He has called us to do, so that we will know joy, know blessing, know security in just a phenomenal way. And that's the thought for this day. And look forward to talking to you on Wednesday. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.